Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province and I just finished up a league with LazZoO Delver. It's super fun to play with 4 brainstorms. That card is so busted. As always, you can draw 3 and put 2 cards from your hand back on top of your library in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the league. Gonna have to mulligan it. Manguchi would be like, cantrip. If we had an island, we'd be good. We, however, do not have an island. Now we do. Okay, so awkwardly, this is going to go get another island for a bunch of reasons, and yeah, so hopefully Gush will get us there. No threats, but I think we have to expect to kind of play like that, so this is going to be a later game hand. We're hoping that a few counterspells. Nice! That's great. I'm glad we'll have a chance to hang at least in that capacity. Do we want third counterspell? Do we really want third counterspell? It can't be that bad, right? I feel like I've lost a lot of games where a Delver deck has curved 3 counters into one another. Nice. You want Vacation Warrior of the Stupid? I hope this is Stompy and not Elves, because I feel like 3 counterspells starting on turn 2 is not gonna do it against Elves. But I'm more used to seeing Nettle Sentinel on turn 1 from Stompy, so if this is just something like Mutagenic Growth, hopefully they're not like Burning Tree every card in their deck or whatever, and we don't die. That would be ideal. Yeah, Untapped Island, it was probably... Oh, the other one, yeah. Like our opener, our 7... Oh god, no! Why? The art on this card is insane. Have you guys ever looked at the art of this card close up? Like, the detail is insane. How brain dead blue is? Yeah, I could see that, hey? Actually, I couldn't. So they're probably going to do this. I imagine it's going to be another Burning Tree or Nest Invader. If it's like a combination of those things, we're in a lot of trouble. Even Pit Skull can... Oh my god! I saw this. It really is. The art is beautiful. So at least we're getting beat down by something that looks great. Oh my goodness. Oh, opponent. They're making my deck for tomorrow night kind of like look embarrassing. They just commit 8 power to the battlefield by turn 2. This is like one of the Delver deck's worst matchups, so like I can't imagine things are gonna go well from here. Yeah, I still have to get blue mana because like all of our spells rely on it, but like we're super dead. Hey Tass, what's up? You are so right. It is ouch time. Why do they play BTE and Elves? Oh, why don't they, or why do they? Yeah, this is an elf. If they got lots of mana in Elves. If this was an elf, maybe, but probably not. Oh, is this like Hunger of the Howl Pack? Don't. I guess that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I feel like they're going to play a Pit Skulk. I also feel like we're super dead. Oh, they only attack with Nettle Sentinel? This is going to suck. It's just not going to kill me fast. Hunger, okay. So we will counter that. That was really weird. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they would have. Anyway, so we're going to preordain. Don't need... Actually, I think this actually might be kind of like our way out. So, no. Oh, we really don't have a lot of outs, but I think this is our best way to do it. So we're going to put Ash Barrens on top, put Brainstorm on top. It's just going to let us look at a lot more cards. So we're going to Gush. We need a removal spell like this second. And with the mana that we've got, this is going to allow us to commit a mountain here. Oh, wait, no. So we can't play a removal spell. We're going to have to, like... Huh. Yeah, that's awkward. We're going to have to Brainstorm on our next upkeep. I guess we can still Brainstorm Fetch here. Yeah, so that's probably what we're going to do. So let's cast a Brainstorm. I guess we could cast 2. There's all the stuff we need. Okay, so we definitely need a Scred. This isn't doing anything here. I guess we could play a Delver, so we could, like, stack kind of weird. No, we're going to shuffle anyway, so... actually, yeah, so we could go Scred. No, we need this. This is tough, guys. So let's top Mutagenic Growth, top Counterspell. And I think we'll shuffle on our upkeep. Yikes, this is nuts. This is like some of the most complex trying to not lose I've ever done in my life. But I still think we're pretty dead. So I think I'm gonna brainstorm here. That was a lot of like weird sequencing going on. And probably incorrect. We didn't find any more removal spells off the top. Found another brainstorm, in fact. So now we got to discard to hand size, and we'll discard Dispel. Pass the turn. Yeah, I don't think one blocker is going to do it. I think we just have to dig and dig and dig until we find enough removal spells to like somehow get rid of their board, but yeah, didn't work out like I wanted it to. Our opponent attacks for 1 million with lifelink. Yep. So we're going to shuffle away that stuff that we don't want, get a mountain, and we're just like, we're mega dead. Let's see what we would have drawn. Counterspell. All right, cool. Yeah, so I don't think the Electricity is what comes in here. I think Swirling Sandstorms definitely do. We don't want annuls. Electricity might not be that bad, but I think Swirling Sandstorm is what we want to do. I don't know how good Daze is against this deck. We're not the aggressive deck, so I think Brainstorms come out. So I think it's Sandstorms in, Brainstorms out. We have to keep our threats so that we can actually win the game. Do we have any more spot removal we can bring in? No. Echoing Truth, I guess, is an answer to like Rancor or something. No, I got wrecked gold version. That was insane. I got wrecked after sequencing some brainstorms really awkwardly. Yeah, but we don't really have anything to replace it with, right? Like I could take it maybe like 1 for an Echoing Truth, but what are you going to put in? Like Stormbound Geist can't block their stuff, Pyroblast, Hydroblast, those don't matter. Like we keep the brainstorms in, but I think they're too slow. Like I think Counterspell is just better. I could probably keep in 1 brainstorm over a counter, but I don't really want to do it like that. I think this is how we got to do it. This is what would come in as brainstorms and Echoing Truths, and none of these like actually answer what they're doing. And we can't out aggro them, so we have to like control the early game until we have an opportunity to kind of like turn the corner and win. So let's try doing it like that. This isn't too bad. We've got Daze on turn 1. We don't have a lot of backup for it. I'm gonna keep this. It's not that bad. We've got a Scred. We've got a Daze. If they don't do anything, on their turn, then we get to Spell Stutter something potentially, or just Daze a 2-drop. But they had 3 Burning Trees. Like I really don't think you walk away from that one very often. They're just gonna pass. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. We managed it. So we're gonna play Snow Covered Island and just pass the turn. I think like Spell Stutter and Daze could both happen next turn, and that would put us in a pretty good position. And BT. Yep, definitely Daze in that. We can just hardcast Daze. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about Spell Stuttering anything here. Like they can't cast any free spells. So let's just cast Daze, targeting BT. No, Daze turn 1 was not happening. Luckily, actually. Because I wanted to be able to hold up Spell Stutter Sprite. If they went 1-drop something else there, then we could have been in good shape. And next turn we can start gushing and stuff. Like if we can commit a Spell Stutter to the board. See, it's crazy because like this just looks like a Scred Delver hand, and I really wish like something in here was a Ninja of the Deep Hours. You know what I mean? They have another Burning Tree. That's not ideal. All right. Yup. Can't counter that. Can't counter that. Okay. I guess I'll run a Spell Stutter Sprite on end step because I think we're going to want to gush next turn. Looking for red mana and removal. And yeah, so we won't have enough mana to play 2 of these, and I'd rather be able to counter their 2 drops. No way. Never. I would never. Especially because we might miss our land drop, so I want to make sure that I can use my mana efficiently. So I'm going to gush here first. We're going to be able to leave up Spell Stutter regardless, but I don't know if I'm going to want to, you know, play another island, play a mountain and a removal spell or something. There's a Scred, no mountain. I'm going to ponder here, because if we do find a red source, we found a red source and a brainstorm. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go like this, not shuffle, go get our red source, play red source, and we got a couple of Screds and a Spell Stutter Sprite up for next turn, plus Mutagenic Growth, so we could like get in front of one of their creatures, Mutagenic Growth to like trade a Mutagenic Growth with one of these, and then hopefully win from there. No, I think end of turn Gush is like a desperation play. Like I think it's most of the time, like you should really only do it if you have to. Now, like end of turn hardcast Gush is a different story, but end of turn just like vanilla Gush, probably not what you want to be at. So we'll see what this is all about. If this is like Elephant Guide and I can Scred it in response, then that's pretty big game. But that doesn't feel like what's happening here. So we'll see. 6 cards in my opponent's hand. I can't imagine they don't have some number of like... This is interesting. So I'm going to keep my fairy around here. They could have more gut shots, of course, but I'm going to keep my fairy around. I think they're trying to play around another Spell Stutter Sprite. They've already tapped their mana and cast a spell, so they can't take it back. So they might have like time walked themselves a little bit here, which will give us an opportunity to Scred one of these on their end step. Hey, what's up, Wasser Perlman? How you doing tonight? Playing against Stompy, one of Delver's notoriously bad matchups. So they could have another gut shot here, but I think I'm going to do this anyway. So I'm going to try to Spell Stutter this Epic Confrontation. Yeah, and if they have another gut shot for this Spell Stutter Sprite, that's pretty awkward, obviously, but I don't feel like they do. Nice, yeah, welcome. How you doing tonight? Oh, and they're not even attacking. Okay, that's really good for us. So we'll play a land. We will commit a Delver. I don't think we want to keep gushing here down to like row 1 snow covered, because we probably want to remove something, which I might actually just do here, where they're tapped out of any possible vines and stuff like that. So I think I'll do that. I think I'll kill, and neither of these really matter. I'll kill Burning Tree and we'll pass it over. I'm doing great. No, opponent is on Dharma Goofy, you know it. Yeah, it's just like, you know, the resolution works out a lot better in terms of production, and I get a lot less like artifacting and stuff like that when I'm producing. I don't think I don't know. We might be in a position where we can attack here, but I think I'd rather leave back a couple of blockers. We're against Stompy. We're not on the beatdown, right? But honestly, Tarmagoofy, I don't know a whole lot about video production. I just know that when I try to push everything into 1080p, for one reason or another, my stream gets pretty upset with me. Not you guys, not the chat. Yeah, just Stompy. Just straight up Stomp Gang. Okay, so our opponent's tapped out of Regeneration here, which is, you know, as much of a consolation as it can be. Hopefully they don't have another land. And we'll get to kill that with a Scred. Right, so we're going to double block here. It would suck to trade 2 fairies with a Mutagenic Growth, but it happens. Yep. And I guess it would suck even more to trade a Scred with a Mutagenic Growth. But if we can flip this, we should be on a pretty good clock here. Alright, let's flip Delver on like a counterspell. Get to Lava Runner. Okay, so no, we do not want to reveal Lava Runner. It's crazy how there's so few mountains in this deck, and they're also running Lava Runner. All right, so we get rid of that. That was kind of a priority. We're going to Gush here, even though we have made our land drop. There might be more Delvers to commit. We don't have anything else to play this turn. There's a Ponder. You know what? I do want to Brainstorm. We've got a fetch land. Or I do want to Dispel, sorry. We've got a fetch land for next turn. Can't back up for some reason, but I will stack it like this. And I'm not going to shuffle. So we've got our Dispel, which I'm happy to have. And we'll pass. Get in with Delver. Send a message. Wow you. Opponent just going to pass. So they don't have any threats left, which is pretty nice. Found a land. Oh, Quirion Ranger. Not the worst thing they could be doing with their time. Rancor. Okay. Sure. One card in the Stompy hand. And awkwardly, we have another Lava Runner here. So we are going to play an island, play a Lava Runner. Next turn, we're going to Brainstorm Fetch. Yeah, they're going to run out of gas soon, which is why I'm like stacking Lava Runners so that we can start getting damage in. So that next turn when we Brainstorm Fetch, we'll have 2 Lava Runners on board attacking. Hopefully our opponent just doesn't have another removal spell. Or sorry, another enchantment. Yeah. Now we have to find a removal spell. Preferably off of our Brainstorm. We're going to flip Delver too, so our clock isn't that much slower than theirs. So I guess we're going to find out what happens. But another Scred would do a fair amount of work here. Yep. Opponent going to untap Quirion Ranger, get a Vigilant Body out. Our turn, flip Delver. Yep. So we flipped Delver off Brainstorm. I'm going to do this now just in case we can find some way to deal with Delver, or deal with Quirion Ranger. We can't. We do find another Delver, which is nice. So we could stack... I don't know if I want to fetch or not now. I probably do. This other Lava Runner probably doesn't matter. I wouldn't mind having Daze and Dispel this turn. So I'm going to put this... Put this back on top. Run out Evolving Wilds. Play another Delver. We're at 12. Like, we're at a pretty precarious life total. But I think we got to do it like this. So hopefully they don't have a Hunger and I get punished here. Probably not dazing anything too effectively. I really wish I would have found a removal spell there. That would have been rad. Opponent valiantly hitting their land drops. They're going to attack for 6. We're not in the business of blocking probably at all. So we're going to go down pretty low here. 1 Vines doesn't kill us, so I got a pretty heavy read on Vines there. And we'll shuffle. Probably get more blue mana, just the way things are looking here. And we need a removal spell for this right now. See if Delver flips. Flip off of a removal spell. Yeah, okay. Well, it's a removal spell. Not a great one, considering we're at 6. We have enough counter magic to defend us against a Vines of the Vastwood or something like that, or like an enchantment. So hopefully we don't die here. We have to leave Lava Runner back to block. And hopefully it'll be like a combination of Lava Runner and Lightning Bolt next turn. Yeah. We're off by 1, by the way. So I think I missed a point of damage back there. Not flipping Delver on time. Yeah. Well, we can kill them next turn, right? If they can't somehow kill us here, they would need like 2 Vines. Ooh. Okay. Sure. Gonna go to attacks. That definitely makes the Lightning Bolt a lot worse. They might have us here. So they can get in for 5. We can counter their Vines. Go to blocks. And is this Vines? Yeah, okay. So we'll counter Vines. We're okay. I think we win now. We'll take 5 down to 1 and we win. Okay. No, do not board in Pyroblast. Yeah, we did it. Okay, that was a little sketchy. I gotta think through my lines a little bit more clearly. We got lots of time here for game 3, so let's be real smart on this one. Those Mondays, man. Mondays always get me. We got it, Hungry Nerd. Playing loose, winning games. You know how it is. That's how we do it. Oh my goodness. Part of me is just glad to have 2 less brainstorms so I don't have to think about how to play with brainstorm. Holy crap, I do not envy legacy players and all their brainstorm fetching nonsense. No wonder Andrea Mengucci's a genius. I honestly, so far I haven't really liked them. Because like this, right? We have 2 mountains and, you know, it really is like, it really is one of those things. Like, it's just so difficult. Yeah, and like you draw really bad hands like this, right? Play High Tide for maximum amazing brainstorm plays. Oh my goodness, I'd be the worst at that. I'm pretty sure back when people were playing paper prolifically, playing High Tide decks in Rags to Riches tournaments, I'd be losing with High Tide in my deck. So I kind of think against Stompy I have to mulligan this, especially where the next thing we can like realistically do against them costs double blue, and like we need one of our. We have 16 blue sources, but we can't cantrip into any of them. We get a scry and a draw. If their hand's like bad, this might be okay. If they have like a bad hand, they play something, they don't have another land drop, and they try to like rancor up something, then we might be okay. Because we have a bolt. But yeah, Mutagenic Growth just feels dead here. That opener was awful. Definitely no keeping that. But this, I think this is at the very least a guess. I think I'm gonna keep. I have 16 hits in my deck and true draws to get there. Yeah, I believe you there. Opponent on the no-lander, apparently. There's Nettle Sentinel, sure. And now the question is whether I let them untap. Oh, there's Ginsu Lava Runner. I'm just going to bolt this before they have the opportunity to leave a Vines up, because if they go like Forest, Rancor, Vines, the Nettle Sentinel, then we're in pretty bad shape. Let's see what this is. Pit Skulk. Well, I'm pretty glad I removed that when I did. And a Rancor on the Pit Skulk, sure. Nothing we can do about that. And our turn. So we're going to try to get kind of tricky here. I'm going to play a Lava Runner. And then on their attack step, we'll Mutagenic Growth, try to block this Pit Skulk. We're really going to be fighting by the skin of our teeth here. Yeah, man. What's up, M. Leob? I see you here every now and then. Leovold going down in the meta. Oh, there's less Leovold because there isn't enough, because there's no Deathrite Shaman. So I don't know. They might have a response to this, but I think we lose unless we do this. So we're going to pump this with Vines. And that helps them like not, they won't do anything else this turn, so like maybe we find a removal spell for this. Sure. Yep, so we're going to take 7 down to 11. But we got a hasty 4/4 Gitu boy though. Alright. So I guess we don't keep one-landers when they're mountains in this deck. Gitu Lava Runner has the sleeve of shame right now. And yeah, we're pretty much gonzo here. Yeah, like I don't know. There are situations where I think like we could have drawn out of it. Like I said, we have 16 blue sources. We hit 1 blue source, we get to cast a cantrip, and cantrips are generally pretty good for us, but who knows? Who knows what our opponent's got over here? I don't know that was like that bad, but I appreciate the criticism, Scion47. That's really productive. Thanks. All right, so here comes Skargan Pitskulk for 3. We're gonna go down to 8. I think our opponent's gonna leave up protection for this. Maybe they were thinking about Elephant guiding it up in something instead. But let's see. I don't think it was that bad, honestly. Like if we mulled the 5. Like, we have 11 red spells in our deck. So if we mulled the 5 and had like an island, had a blue source, or only having Ash Barrens, right? And yeah, but we are pretty much dead here regardless. At least we have a blocker for a 2/2 or so, but if our opponent is on Vines, we're like super dead. I could like ponder for a mutagenic growth, but then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 2. Go grab that second mountain. Heck yeah. That's what I gotta do. I think I will ponder. Like dispel, actually no, dispel could like save us at all. Like if I block this 1, 2, 3, 4, take 5 next turn down to 3. Dispel might save us through like a kicked vines or something like that. So I feel like they have vines. I think they were thinking about kicking one last turn. And hunger as well. Hunger is also pretty bad. Why not get the second mountain? Troll face. Kappa. Well, that was pretty much as bad as it could get, so we're dead. It was epic confrontation this whole time. I believe we're dead. Definitely. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactamundos. All right, opponent. You got us. Got stomped. All right. Match 2. This is a really good hand. Again, it's like one of those awkward go get second blue mana because we have counterspell at all. I think so, or like that's what I believe. I've heard people. I've heard people I trust a lot say that Stompy is the worst matchup. So I am gonna go Evolving Wilds, get second blue source here. If our opponent casts something that matters on turn 1, then we can daze it. We can go fetch Island. We're going to get it anyway. It's not really a disaster. It looks actually good. Whoa, man! Big props, big props. I think we're against. I think we're against mono black. Like who else goes turn 1 swamp? Like Demir on a bad hand, I guess. So we'll go get our other blue source, obviously, and yeah. So let's just leave up some counter magic here. I don't think we got a cantrip. This is weird too, though. So Is It Delver has the payoff of like, you know, I could run out Spell Stutter on their next end step and then like ninja something in. Yeah, okay, that's what I was worried about. So we'll counter this. That's worth. And I probably should have been daze, but it is what it is. So we'll pass. That's what I get for playing a deck with a bunch of dazes. I still don't know if it's Brainstorm fetch time. I think they're gonna play a 3-drop next turn. Just got a feeling. We could probably try to hit our land drop. And no, yeah, that should have been days probably. We should probably try to hit our land drop. Brainstorm would help with that, but I don't really want to hit a fetch. And I feel like they're going to play a 3-drop next turn. So I'd be okay with a fetch too, though. I'm going to Brainstorm here. I might hit a fetch. Okay, we didn't hit any lands. That was pretty much the worst case Ontario right there. Ripperonis. So at its core, mono black is a creature deck. So I'm gonna bottom Spell Stutter because Spell Stutter can't counter anything that really matters except like a Disfigure on a Delver, and I feel like we can just play the long game against them. So I'm gonna bottom Spell Stutter. This can't kill a Gary, so I think I only need about one of these, and we're gonna want a cantrip here. Try to find a fetch land, or just bottom both of these spells. I think I'm gonna ponder because it digs one deeper, and we're trying to find a fetch land, so I'm gonna do that. And maybe we'll get lucky. They'll play like a Chittering Rats. You're predictive sad. All right, so we didn't find a red source. We are gonna shuffle. Still didn't find a red source, but I don't know. Like, to just play 2 Delvers next turn could be okay. All right, so I hope my opponent plays a 3-drop here and we get to daze it. That would be ideal. Perfect. So we're gonna counter this by returning Island. You're predictive sad. Yes, that was apt. That was an apt prediction. All right. Island. Skrelver. And our opponent is going to go Crypt Rats X1 next turn, and I'm going to cry inside a lot. We're going to preordain before we make our land drop next turn. So if our opponent goes like Crypt Rats X1, I guess it's not like the end of the world, because they haven't done anything. Like Gary is the scary card in this matchup. I guess so is like Pestilence if they're running that. Mortuary Mire. Yikes. We really gotta find that red source. So like Gary's kind of scary. Crypt Rats is kind of scary. Pestilence, if they're running that, is kind of scary. Calling it no flip. No, I never get Delver luck. I've been getting pretty good Delver luck against my opponents though, so I'm all right with that. I think our opponent's leaving up an instant speed edict. Got a feeling. Nice, red spell. So we're gonna preordain. I wouldn't mind leaving up some instant speed removal here. Okay, a Dispel I'm going to keep because I feel like Dispel is something that could be relevant this turn. So I'm going to keep Dispel, play a Snow-Covered Island, go to combat, and attack. What's up, Gray Synapse? How you doing? No flip if they die. If our opponent concedes out of sheer fear, my super tight plays with this really difficult deck. And we'll pass. So if they have instant speed removal, we'll throw a Dispel at it. But this is what I mean, right? Like this is templated like the other Scred Delver decks, only running 2 red sources, and we get a handful of red cards. Like we're at a tempo loss if we have to cycle on Ash Barrens to play any of these red spells. See if we flip Delver. Ash Barrens. No. I guess we're going to functionally reveal it now. And we're definitely going to kill this. So play Snow-Covered and bolt the Kuumbaj Witches. Maybe it's like a next level thing. Like maybe they were trying to find out or like trying to figure out if, you know, maybe you do only have to cast 1 red spell a turn. But yeah, I'm not sure. Not going as well as previous Scred Delver, or yeah, Scred Delver performances for me, but this isn't necessarily Scred Delver either. That's kind of a trip, eh? Just do that a bunch of times. Play Sandstorm in the background. There's Chittering Rats. It's not really what we want to see here. Right, yeah, or something like that. Like there's a kind of like an elegance to Scred Delver, right? The same with Tireless Tribe. Like when you see a deck that only has 2 white sources or 2 red sources, like you really got to respect. All right, now we'll flip our Delver on that Scred. Yep. And go. Not sure if it's just me, but Twitch never shows when I subscribe. Oh my goodness. Well, sorry. Thank you very much, Grayson. I really appreciate that. That could be my new, I'm using the not sponsored Streamlabs OBS. So I'm thinking right now if I should run this Lava Runner into the Chittering Rats, because like I said, Gary is what we're worried about. I think that's what we got to do. The more removal we soak up and the more Black Devotion we soak up, the better. So I don't think Scredding this is a priority, especially where we've got defense against the first instant speed removal spell. They might be sandbagging for like a Tendrils or something, and it'd be really nice to get that. All right, so our opponent's going to block with Chittering Rats. Is there some shenanigans going to happen here? Unnatural Endurance? Imagine. Opponent's at 15. We got a Scred and a Dispel in hand to their 3 cards, which is pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still completely convinced. Of course, LazZoO piloted this deck quite well. Yep. Definitely down with you losing 2 life. Not super into you scrying 2, but what can you do? Yeah, thank you so much. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, Gray Synapse. You know I'm a fan, man. Yeah, Zealot doesn't really matter. I think that's like almost more productive to our plan. And we're hoping to find some hard counter magic within the next couple of turns. A few Spell Stutter Sprites, a few hard counters go a long way. That's not like the worst. So play Lava Runner, go to combat, attack for 5. And yeah, see if we can pull one out here, gang. No problem, Wasserperlman. Wasperlman. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you enjoyed what you saw of Fast Delver, as opposed to Slow Delver that we played last week. Played against last week. With all the like weird Karoo lands, no snows, Muldrifters and stuff. Edict us. Okay, so we'll sack Lava Runner. It's got to be the least valuable of the gang. Things could go awkwardly from here, of course. If they remove this. Chittering Rats, that's not a big deal. It kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. I miss the ninjas a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I miss the ninjas and the miscreants a lot. There's so in some circles, I can't remember. I saw somebody. I usually play the league before I do the deck tech, which is actually kind of awkward, and something that I'm thinking about changing in the near future. Which I hate to do to you guys, but I might change my release schedule up a little bit, like bump it back a day or something, like bump it back a day, like do possibly Pauper playable on Saturday, do net benefits deck tech on Sunday, and then stream them afterwards and release the videos like a couple days later. I kind of like everything coming one after the other, but you know, can't have your cake and also eat it. Scred my own Delver in response to Tendrils. Read the bones. You're playing against a Lightning Bolt deck, bud. Putting yourself in a precarious situation. I guess we're looking for another Disfigure here. Down to 4. 2 cards on top. Cool. So none of this is super relevant. We're going to kill this Kuumbaj Witches. Maybe I don't even kill the Kuumbaj Witches. I might hold on to this Scred. Yeah, so I can't, and I don't, right? No, we were going to attack with a Delver, though. Could have a Lightning Bolt in hand. They don't know I get Scred here, do they? No, they know I've got Scred here. All right, let's ponder. See what we can find. I mean, Delver, Ash Barrens, that's pretty awkward. I think we want counter magic here to protect the Delver we've already got. Especially where they got Kuumbaj Witches on board. Ah! Windows! Especially where they've got Kuumbaj Witches on board, but I guess we could just kill it with Scred. Actually, no, they won't be able to activate Kuumbaj Witches. Still, having this many Delvers in a row isn't very good. I guess we probably do want threats. They've got like three cards in hand. I think I want counter magic. I'm going to shuffle. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle. There we go. Okay, so go to combat, attack, and yeah, I won't kill the Kuumbaj Witches just yet. That's right, yeah, no, and that's what I do with Possibly Pauper playable. So I put myself, I like to put a little bit more love into Possibly Pauper playable deck techs. Not that I don't enjoy the ones that I do for this series as well. It's just I like to spend a little extra time on them, you know. All right, so anything short of like Gary removal spell here isn't the end of the universe. Gary removal spell is awkward. I'll let Delver go if they cast a removal spell on it, just because if they cast a removal spell and have enough mana to play a Gary, I'll let this go. They only have 3 cards in hand, though. Just a Gary. Okay. So we'll counter that. So maybe they value Delver getting off board more, and they're going to force... Okay, we got it. Sweet. All right, mono black. So Stormbound Geists come in. I'm imagining some. Yeah, that was pretty eloquent. So anyway, so I do my Possibly Pauper playable deck techs like on Sunday night when I have a little bit of extra time, and just so I can like kind of flesh things out a little bit more. What's up, Degenerate Game Geek? And it's a little harder to like get as many challenge results and things like that on Sunday night. Granted, Proteus does an excellent job getting the challenge results up quickly, and I really appreciate that. And I can't type without sullying my keyboard. Do not sully the keys. So I'm going to take this opportunity to get rid of a couple lava runners. Although I think this is a weird matchup because they are a creature deck, so we don't want to get rid of any of our removal. Dispel is actually probably not as good as I think it is. So I might get rid of my Dispels for Stormbound Geists. I think they're just better because Dispel will counter like Geth's Verdict or Disfigure, which are also just really bad against Stormbound Geist. Maybe I should have gone down red creatures because I feel like the red mana is a little shoddy, but Sand's not awful. We got a Stormbound Geist. We have a Spellstutter Sprite. It's probably a little land heavy. Maybe we'll get one of those sweet Brainstorm Fetch kind of plays going here. And I think I'll Brainstorm looking for a fetch on turn 1 if I draw it. So let's find out. Daze. Okay, I'll Daze a Kuumbaj Witches, but that's about it. So I'll play a Snow-Covered Island and pass. It can protect our Stormbound Geist the first time too, if they want to cast something a little bit more expensive after it comes down. Cycling a Baron Moor. Can't even flip the Delvers. Literally unplayable. All right, opponent, will you oblige me with a Kumbaj Witches? You won't. Okay. So we'll just play another land. Hard counter in hand. So I think we're just going to be too disruptive here. If they can't build out their board and then they have to commit Gary into something that isn't ideal, then we're in good shape. I'll let them resolve the Read the Bones. I don't know what... Like, their cards are all of a very similar quality at the moment. So until they have creatures on board that I care about, I'm not going to counter this. They lose 2 life. That's right, yeah. So the red mana thing is pretty relevant. And we're just playing draw go for a second, but we're going to get to commit our Stormbound Geist pretty guilt-free here. If they do commit a creature, we've got backup for Gary on the following turn. So I'm pretty happy for that. Plus, like, Spell Stutter, if they, like, you know, try to multiple removal spell this. Maybe they got, like, an exile spell. Who knows? Yeah, there it is. Wild. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Yeah, that's tough. Echoing Truth would have been sweet. Like, I think so, right? But that's the thing. That's kind of why I'm curious to try this out, because this, obviously, it looks bad. Like, we've got a bunch of red spells in our hand. Right? So yeah, it's awkward, but then should it be like a Scred Delver deck, you know? Because I was saying that earlier. I think there's some like eloquence to that. To Scred Delver playing so few mountains. It's like somebody spent that much time working on it. I really wish I could Spell Stutter this, but I don't think it matters enough, especially if we get to daze something. They go like land Chittering Rats. We were going to want to save this for like a Disfigure or something, I feel like. And here it comes. Just more Zealots. Yeah, I'll definitely counter Wrench Mind. I guess I could have pitched some red spells I didn't need, but, you know, it is what it is. So our opponent's down to 5 cards in hand. We're in a similar situation. So we'll go get our red mana, run out a Lava Runner, and get the beats going. Right, yeah. So that's why it's like so interesting, right? It's like, it's just a really... Oh, it doesn't... The awkwardest. Oh, they're going to do it beginning of combat? Oh, dude. Sweet. Okay, so we'll Spell Stutter Disfigure, give this haste. Heck yeah. They're gonna have an opportunity to get a pretty good Gary. Oh no, it's still not enough. Never mind. They're gonna have an opportunity to get a pretty good Gary here. But hopefully they don't have another land. If they don't have another land, then we got them. But if they do, that's not a bad Gary. Yeah, it does. I thought we had him for a minute there. I thought we were getting him. Liliana's Spectre. We certainly can't do anything about that. I think we're actually going to get discard Scred here. I think committing another Lava Runner and just like getting in is pretty okay. And Edict or something. Sure. So we'll sacrifice Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, so we get the sideboard options here too. I'm not going to counter Chainer's Edict. Like, I just don't... I think this should be saved for Gary. That's why I didn't counter it there. They can just, like, they get too much value out of it. I think Spell Stutter Sprite was less important than Daze there. Yeah, like that's what I mean, right? So there was also a mulligan earlier where we got punished, right? Like, we had our 7-card hand. Yeah, no, this gains them 3 life as well. So we just gotta hope they don't have Gary. 2 cards in hand. Isn't this card bugged? Yeah, they would have had to exile Chainer's Edict. What's up, MRH Blue? How you doing? So that was our opponent exploiting a bug there, which is kind of cute, but that's all good. Wow. Sweet deck. Okay, so we'll put a couple of lands on top that aren't fetches. Yeah, we don't need the mana, so we'll fetch. Leave up a couple blue and an Ash Barrens to gets in later. Well, that's the thing, right? And that's what I was talking about kind of before the matches. Like, I think this deck is playing on a different axis where you're trying to fight your opponent in the early game with all of your interaction, and then eventually turn the corner. Okay, I'm not really afraid of a Gary now. Maybe they have like land on Earth Gary. That would be scary, but all right. So play our Evolving Wilds and pass. But and that's the thing. So like, if we are that deck that wants to develop in the early game, kill our opponent's stuff, and then not really care about it, yeah, that's bad. All right, sure. Ooh. It's only the first Gary. They've only got one card in hand. Got a lot of cantrips. We got Screds and stuff for this. But they're going to Stonewall. Good old Stonewall Gary over here. Yeah. It's interesting. Spinning, I'm a little salty that they exploited Spinning Darkness. They should have had to exile their Chainer's Edict there. But they didn't. Sure want to play some Gary decks too. Gary decks are pretty cool. Scary Gary. It's our boy. All right, so we are going to shuffle for a mountain here. Delver, not the best card in this situation, but a card nonetheless. I don't know if it's going to soak up an Edict. I'll probably just let Lava Runner go. I think Delver might be one of the only ways we can win this game, so... I like Mono Black Ponza better. I've played Mono Black Control's a weird deck. So if you're like watching what's happening here, they just have some super bad matchups. So if we would have resolved a Ninja of the Deep, I thought it was another Gary. I was like, whoa. It's always like they 1-for-1 you for a long time. Like Chainer's Edict is one of the only 2-for-1s in their deck. The rest of their 2-for-1s are like Knight's Whisper and Read the Bones, which are like pretty slow compared to other decks in the format. So you get decks like Boros Monarch or Tron that just like start that value engine super early, or like if a Delver deck can protect a Ninja of the Deep Hours for a couple of turns, your 1-for-1 removal spells just aren't pulling enough weight, you know? Hold on to this Ash Barrens for potential Brainstorm value, or see what we scry on Delver. If it's a land, I'll get to shuffle as well. What's up, Arkham Iron Arm? I feel like we've done this before. We're not going to reveal Stormbound, guys, but we sure are going to play it. So we'll play out Stormbound. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I'm doing great. These are hard decks to play. Definitely doing some noggin scratching over here. So it's a tough one. Like, do we trade Delver here? No. And we're not blocking with it, so let's ping in for one. Notorious SBG. I love it when you call me Big Stormbound. Put your tendrils in the air if you's a true player. I love it when you... Should I get the filter on it? I love it when you... I probably could have tried harder there. We're just going to take 3, hopefully find some removal for this Gary. Yeah, I can't block that. So, it is what it is. I revealed the Stormbound Geist? I thought I said I didn't. I like that MRH Blue. You got me on a new thing here now. All right, so if you're in the chat and you're a Biggie fan, go ahead and press F to pay respects. And drift away. Yeah, I'm a pretty huge fan of giving a shout out to Uncle Cracker whenever possible. We are going to reveal that, and we're going to draw it. It's pretty good. So having a shuffle effect and a ponder sometimes can be as good as having a brainstorm and a shuffle effect. So let's go Daze, Mutagenic Growth, Ponder. We won't shuffle. We will use a red source to cycle our Ash Barrens to get a shuffle effect. We don't want those other spells. We're going to get an island here. And we're going to ponder. Digging for a removal spell for this Gary or something to protect our creatures if they want to remove them in combat. Wow, that was a bad, very bad ponder. And it's a mutagenic growth, which is like okay, but not great. I guess we can use it to get this Delver to kill Gary. That's a little awkward. Yeah, I'm going to leave Delver back here. We're at 8. I think swinging for 5, putting them to 14, and then going to 5 next turn with mutagenic growth as the only card in our hand probably isn't a sustainable path to victory. Oh, okay. And revealed to myself. Man, that's deep. This is okay. So the deck, and I hope this works. The deck is by LazZoO, and they took it to a 7th place finish in the Pauper Challenge this weekend, this Sunday, yesterday. And I thought it was really interesting. I was like, you know, just all kinds of really neat introductions to an already pretty powerful archetype. Like they have Gitu Lava Runner. We're running 4 Brainstorms, running 4 Dazes. Like they just have tons of powerful cards. All right, let's see what our opponent wants to do. They're going to go to combat. 10 and a 10 will try to kill Gary. And that's just how that's going to go. I feel like my opponent's representing a disfigure here, but you got to do what you got to do, gang. So hopefully we draw a removal spell. Instant Speed Edict doesn't do it. Just sack this. Goes through. And is this a disfigure? No disfigure. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So they have 2 cards in hand. One of them's a Mortuary Mire to get back the Gary. They wanted Gary dead all along. Guys, I thought it was a tight play, but it was a bamboozle all along. He spooked me, man. He spooked me. Another Delver ain't gonna do it because they're gonna drain us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next turn, and we die. Yeah, could have been a top deck counterspell there. Nothing we can do to dig ourselves out of it. So yeah, give it up to Mono Black Control. Give it up to Mortuary Mire. You know, one tight play deserves another. No graveyard hate in this. So I'm going to bring in the Echoing Truth over a main deck Daze, I think, because I don't know, man. Daze can be pretty nuts against them, but I don't think I want the 4th one. I don't know. They're a curve out deck. I think I'm going to take it a Spell Stutter, actually. Still don't know. I think Spell Stutter is a lot worse against this deck. I think most of the time Spell Stutter hits Disfigure. If we're lucky, it hits Kumbaj Witches. I don't know about that. I don't think Swirling Sandstorm is what we're going for. I think we have to win with Lava Runners and stuff. Like, yeah, that's what I think. No, I don't think so. They're a creature deck, but we have 7 removal spells. We got to kill them before 7 removal spells matter. You know what I mean? We're definitely the aggressive deck. We're on the play. Spellstutter is probably better on the play though. Like, what if we go like turn 1 Delver? No, it doesn't like counter their Edict on turn 2 or anything. So I think it is worse. Maybe I think so. Sandstorm would come in if. Oh yeah, sorry. The amount of fairies. Sandstorm would come in if we were going to be slower, but we're the fast deck, so we've got to go fast here. Yes. I said gotta go fast, deck. What is this? What is this nonsense? What universe is this okay in? So we go Evolving Wilds, get a blue source, Brainstorm, fetch a 2nd blue source to leave up Counterspell on turn 3 for like a Chittering Rats or something. Go get red mana to kill Kumbaj Witches or something. Maybe this isn't that bad. I don't know if it's like... We have all these Lava Runners. We can't cut the creatures that don't give value. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's I wish Spellstarter's Fight was better in this matchup, but it's not. It really only hits because we don't have Fairy Miscreants, so it's a lot less likely to hit like a Chainer's Edict or a Kumbaj Witches or something. So I just don't think I can risk it. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna see if just how powerful Brainstorm Fetch is, because I'm willing to get rid of one of these Ash Barrens, and certainly willing to get rid of something on a future turn. So we're going to do some Evolving Wilds Go here. Give me a sec. Excuse me. We good. We good. We good. Come on, Mull to 5. You know I love my Mulls to 5. It's my favorite. All right, opponent leaving up Disfigure for our turn 1 Delver. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and fetch. Opponent trying to make us forget about our fetch land. Crafty. Crafty. Yeah, it's hard, Bozo. And of course, you know, I didn't build this deck, right? Like, I don't know why. You know, maybe that is the case, right? Maybe we're supposed to leave them in the mono black matchup. I feel like you don't always Ooh. This is interesting. But we have Evolving Wilds, so I kind of want to see a couple more cards. So I'm going to leave up Counter Magic for Kumbaj, which is here. And we can also Brainstorm Fetch instant speed on their turn if they don't do anything. I don't think it was worth it to do it there and then play Evolving Wilds. We can take our time with a land drop next turn. We might want to do it on our upkeep, though. It's a 2-for-1. How much does it matter? It's a 2-for-1. I don't think it matters as much as Brainstorm Fetch. So we're going to do that instead. We can go over this. Them dealing 1 damage to us a turn while they're braining themselves, drawing cards. Probably not a really big deal. So we can Brainstorm, and we'll go get our red mana. Put away Evolving Wilds. And Ash Barrens, I think. Hold on now. So if we go Delver, Mutagenic Growth, and then we don't shuffle here, we're going to draw a Delver. We're going to draw Mutagenic Growth. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. All right, gang. Now it's the survive the misplay where you played real bad. So we're going to get our red source so that we can kill their 3-drop when it comes down. Talk about thinking out loud. Punt me. Somebody punt me. There we go. All right, so yeah, so I was thinking of putting Delver on top and then Mutagenic Growth so that we would draw into Delver and then we could Mutagenic Growth to protect it. But we pretty much got the worst of all worlds there. You already had it going. Me too, you know. Yeah, okay. Can't counter it. So you may. Go down to 18. And we're probably still... We're going to shuffle away this Delver. I think we want Counter Magic now. We're going to have to control their board somehow. Until we eventually win. Or Delver's already shuffled away. Okay. So I should probably hold on. Hold on to all this stuff. Opponent playing around Spellstutter Sprite. It's going to be a ninja. There's a 1-mana ninja, a rat ninja. You were already ready, MRH Blue. You knew it was coming. Yep, we'll take 1. And our opponent's going to pass. I might want to get another blue source here. I probably will. I'm going to get another blue source because we might hit a cantrip. Shouts out to 4 Brainstorm decks. Yeah, and like, so, and this is my whole thing, is like, if you can control the board in the early game, they become pretty good. I'm going to get rid of this for now. Got a Daze, that's a little awkward. But I am going to play my untap land here. Pass the turn. It'd be fine on this board too. It blocks these bad boys pretty good. Yeah, so Blue Red Alchemist by their Brazilian player. I played their deck. I should remember their name. I said it a bunch of times. I'm gonna do what I can to leave up counter magic for Gary when it inevitably comes down. Opponent gonna play around Daze for the rest of the game now because we have it in hand. I like their swamps though. You got good style, opponent. It's good. GL Nemesis, there you go. Sir Iron Arm. Yeah, you can brain yourself for 2. Not super worried about that. And honestly, like, I'm kind of happy to have enough protection for my creature when they do start drawing into infinite removal. I think the Mortuary Mire in this deck is kind of cool. See how they scry. 2 cards on top. Okay. So I'm imagining some land drops. They've got a stacked hand. They just want to remove our creatures for the rest of our lives. Opponent gets in. It might almost be time to remove these guys, but they have 2/2s as well. And we've got a second. And maybe they're hedging against a Lava Runner, too? Sure. That would be a really good draw. Like, Lava Runner, just, like, throw this Mutagenic Growth out there. Our turn. Echoing Truth. I mean, it's not the worst thing. I think I'll just run out Evolving Wilds and leave it on the battlefield. I could really use a Gush. Flooding out pretty bad. That Brainstorm not fetch was a bit rough. All right, let's see what our opponent's up to. Gonna keep attacking us for 1. Still incidentally at a lower life total than us. Or they might be. That would be a problem. Once their life total gets low enough, we can bounce these bad boys with an Echoing Truth. But I kind of want to save this for an Oubliette, just to like double check that the bug still doesn't exist. All right, so which one of these cards don't we want? Probably like Mutagenic Growth. Maybe. Probably Echoing Truth. It's not doing anything right now. Yep. So we'll put Echoing Truth on the bottom, which will force us to shuffle. Or sorry, we'll put it somewhere in our deck. It doesn't feel like this deck is playing Monarch. Yep. So this has enough devotion that I am going to... It has enough devotion and 2 power, so I am going to bolt it on my end step. I'll shuffle as well. Opponent playing glacially slow for having 7 minutes on the clock. They could have like lag or something. I shouldn't say that. All right. Yep. And what's up now? Can't snap because it'll like hurt the microphone. I'm gonna get my second red source. We have some removal spells and stuff to cast. Compulsively hitting the turn off auto yields button, I really have to stop doing that. It's like my favorite little like OCD loop I've got while I'm playing Magic Online. Because, you know, like, it could be important. I could have passed the turn all the way through. Just a little bit of insurance while I wait for my opponent to respond. So get another red source for future removal, and we will bolt your Chittering Rats. Not Scred, because Scred can kill... You slam 5 all the time? Yeah, just like... Don't pass. I took Marshall from Limited Resources, from a lot of stuff, honestly, not exclusively from Limited Resources. I took Marshall's advice and remapped my keys to WASD because I'm sure for the, you know, decades of playing video games, I've warped my bone structure to be most comfortable in that part of my keyboard. Part of Mono Black control is controlling the clock by playing as slow as possible, much of the slow creep of all the life towards all death. Yeah, they want to kill you with exactly 30 seconds left, right? That's the game plan. So let's see what happens. As long as we keep killing their big creatures, we're eventually going to find an answer to these Dusk Legion Zealots. Maybe they're like Oubliette flooded or something like that. Sure. Our opponent still, although having attacked for many turns, has less life than us. And then if they play a 3-drop, I'll daze it. Like, I kind of... Oh, dang it. Well, I guess it depends on which one it is. Liliana Spectre. Okay. Sure. So we'll put... Or we'll pitch Mutagenic Growth, I think. Yep. So we'll pitch Mutagenic Growth. We're going to kill this on their end step. Because stuff. They had no win condition, just played faster. Oh, you must have run into Mikey Ruru or one of their varied disciples. Man, Electrickery is looking real good here. I wonder if they've gotten got by Electrickery. That would have been a next level, because I saw Liliana Spectre and... No, maybe I didn't see this until game 2. Is this only a Zealot, or is it the Dusk Legion? This is probably the full Dusk Legion at this point. Like, I'd be converted, I think, considering all of the zealotry that's happened throughout the game. I think I'd be long since, you know, moved over into Dusk Legiondom. All right, opponent. Gonna let me have it? This is only match 2. Like, come on. See you, Joel. I didn't even know you were here. Or are you just arriving? How you doing? This is the whole vampire army. Truth. So we'll kill this. Again, leaving up counterspell for spells that matter. Gonna get a little bit more liberal with days. Long dabbing sideways into a wind tunnel. It doesn't. It really doesn't. There he is. You know, trying to just tell us about his life. So Gitu Lava Runner are going to be the most resilient blocker in in all of the land. That's it. Gitu Stonewall Jackson. Match 2, fastest Delver. Our opponent's got no game now. No game, opponent, no game. Except the 5 removal spells they undoubtedly have in their hand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Getting punished for being 2 minutes late. It completely messed up the synergy of me getting paired against opponents who just beat me into the dirt in a couple of seconds at a time. All right, opponent. Of course, Gary is, like, not great. In a similar way to, like, Girls Not Gray. But, like, I'm not a big AFI fan, so... I don't really know... Like, I think that is going to happen. I think our opponent is just going to, like, beat us down with these Dusk Legion Zealots until we inevitably die to a Gary. Which kind of sucks. We drew really awkwardly. That's Pauper for you, man. You lose whole matches. You punt one time. Lose a whole match. Why not? Shocking. 100% crazy. Fast Delver. 4 days. You'll be Do you think I'd have more... I'm saving the Scred for anything with higher devotion. Pour one out for Davey. I wish I still had that Echoing Truth. I tell you that, though. Okay, pass the turn. Like, I just don't... They have gotten in for a pretty fair amount of damage, but I think we have to wait. Number 3 will bolt you. Yeah, that's true, but they gotta ping themselves a bunch of times. And they take a turn off attacking with Dusk Legion Zealots. We're going to see some real dumb Gary into... How many lands have we seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've seen half of our lands in the top 18 cards. Pretty good. There's that too. But I mean, they could... There is a series of plays that wouldn't take very long. It really is too, though. Well, they could have a second one, right? I'm playing the very long game here. There's another Lava Runner to block all their boys. They probably have that, like... Whatchamacallit? Like, Tendrils card? I might have to counter a Tendrils. No, I guess I don't have to. Oh, yeah. 100%. Our opponent has a jillion cards in hand. They're certainly going to be removing this Gitu Lava Runner. Or not, I guess. Dab. There he is. Dab Master Supreme right there. He's hanging with the kids. Our opponent is intentionally dragging it out at this point, I think. They're doing everything they can to make a pleasant viewing experience for you guys. So you can just go ahead and get your pitchforks out. Let them know you're onto them. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm just kidding. Yes. Sure. I think it is time to probably scred one of these because it might change the clock. Nah, so I did blitz once. The awkward thing about even redoing decks is that I have to redo the deck tech, and I've already done deck techs for a lot of stuff. They're probably a lot worse. I could redo higher quality deck techs. What's up, Hughes in the water? Playing some red spells in a non-red deck. Or I think our mono black opponent is doing everything they can to get their clock as close to 0 as possible. Tass is gonna get the pitchforks together. Not too bad. We had a bad match 1. We were doing fairly well against mono black control until a little bit of an unfortunate punt. And now hopefully our opponent isn't going to kill us with zealot beatdowns. So I still don't think I'm gonna kill one. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will. Because if they hit us for that, we go down to 4, and then, but not, yeah, I think we have to do this. So we're going to kill one of these. We have counter magic for Gary. They haven't committed another 2/2 for us to care about, and this could change the clock. Because if they play a 2/2 now, they still have to attack us for 2 more turns to potentially win. Those gold farming ads. Like in World of Warcraft, would people? Oh yeah, people would put that in the. People would do that, eh? They would put that in the world chat or whatever. My kingdom for a clock with a pitchfork as the minute hand. What about just a full-size replica of Flava Flav? Like a life-size replica of Favor Flav. We did it! This isn't bad. Oh, it's green printy. Oh, for the love of God, no. I'm about to get wrecked. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep this. You got Ponder, a couple shuffle effects, a Daze, but green printy. This is one of the best Pauper players. Going. I guess I beat Kung Fu Trees one time, but what's up, Amir Kovic Fedor? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're playing against Green Prinny, one of the best in the biz. They're get probing all the way. Woof. So I don't know if this is... Whoa, what is this? Whoa, Green Prinny not on... Oh man, are they on Lava Runner Burn? Oh yeah, no, the Kung Fu Trees match was epic, man. I'm very glad to have done that. Yeah, I don't think we want any of this stuff. They're on burn, so we're gonna shuffle. Deck! Stop it! I don't want to daze this Rift Bolt because they might just let it go and then resolve a creature. That was pretty crazy. I don't even know if it's correct to daze here. Welcome back, Wazzer Perlman. Yeah, welcome back. How's it going? Creature? They know I have daze, so I don't... Yeah. That's also bad. We have removal spells. We have very few answers to that. Imagine Simian Spirit Guide. Got him. Yeah, it was very rough to keep a 4-lander and then just draw infinite lands. I agree. So we'll say island go. and yeah, we'll go get another blue source with this and leave up Spell Stutter next turn. We'll have removal for a couple of their creatures if they're on a removal type build. No gushing today, or no gushing this second anyway. Spellsetter's pretty okay in this matchup. Main deck Pyroblast, got him. Ripbolt enters the exile zone. Okay, sure. So I'm not going to do any more thinning just yet. We have more blue mana to commit, so, and that's why. So let's brainstorm. Okay, so we're gonna bottom, or we're gonna put a mountain on top, which we're gonna go fetch. Now we're probably gonna play a blue source this turn to leave up Dispel for what that's worth. So I think we'll go Mountain, Ash Barrens, keep our blue source. Maybe we want to shuffle on our upkeep, play an island and pass. I think that's what we'll do. Because Spellsetter's right. So we'll pass. No crazy days on your end, or no crazy gush on your end step or anything like that. Take you away from the norm. Oh no. Yeah, I was expecting this to be Tribe for sure. Spellstutter that Rift Bolt? Don't. Wouldn't be the first time. I don't know that I leave hard counter up for a creature here, so I'm going to Spellstutter this. We have a Lightning Bolt in hand and access to red mana, so we can remove their creature hopefully before they get very much value off of it. Oh, they're going to see. Oh, that was so good. Oh, Green Prinny. Oh, that's why. That's why Green Prinny. God. The savagery is unmatched. Okay, so that was insane. Yeah. That's how you beat a best. So let's gush. I don't think we can win here. We have Counterspell, Dispel, and we want to be able to cast both of those, which means we can't run out Delver here, which is real awkward. So they have 2 cards in hand. How are we going to win? So I think if we survive next turn... I didn't really, though. It's still got to do its 3 damage. Oh, really? Oh, cool. So I have the mana to Ash Barrens here. I think I have to just pass. Like, I don't want to commit an Ash Barrens. Yeah, okay. So we'll cycle Ash Barrens. We'll go get a blue source. I couldn't play Delver there, but like we have to, like they're gonna have to top deck real bad. and we can't be dead on board next turn. Like 2 sorcery speed burn spells kills us, right? So a lot of spike. Counter that. Okay. So we are going to be able to gush this turn. I was leaving up to spell there. Oh, Spellstutter Sprite. Okay. So let's gush. They could have 2 instant speed removal spells, or they could have 2 instant speed burn spells. So let's hope they don't. Gonna get next leveled to the max, I guess. That was pretty bad. So I think it's gonna be Delver Ponder this turn regardless. So I'm gonna Ponder here. And I'm going to keep Daze and Lava Runner, actually, because we kind of want to turn the corner. And I'm not going to shuffle until I draw the Lava Runner. Play Delver. Actually, I think I think I will shuffle. If they don't give us enough... yeah, I think I'm going to shuffle on my upkeep. We'll play a land. Pass turn. Because I don't think Lava Runner does anything here, really. And I'd rather try to flip this Delver. And I'm keeping Daze because they might be able to resolve 3 spells next turn and potentially kill us. Try to Searing Blaze Delver. Alright, so we'll dispel that. I think. Yeah, because Daze Return Island doesn't allow us to counter all of their stuff, so let's dispel that. Yeah. Pass a turn. Hey. The stress is real. Oh, God. Two situational counterspells. Searing Blaze. Okay, so we're going to try to daze this by returning Island. So that way, even if they have a 1 mana burn spell, then this won't go. Yeah, okay. Sure. We've got Spell Stutter Sprite. Yup. No Fire Blast, one time. All right, and I'm going to shuffle away Lava Runner, go get a red source. And yeah, so just hoping, wishing, praying. A la Dusty Springfield today. There's Delver. All right. Play an island, play Delver, say go. Hopefully they only have a 1 mana burn spell in hand. Yikesing continues. No! Curse? Well, of course that's a pretty frightening concept. We gotta flip this Delver, like, right now. Come on. Oh, Lava Runner, why? Okay, so we draw Lava Runner, play a mountain, play Lava Runner, attack for 3. The Lava Runner did me a bamboozle. Can you trade 3 land cards for a counterspell card? Wouldn't that just be thebomb.com? I don't know what they're sandbagging here. I guess where we've been representing counter magic for so long. Come on, unkicked Searing Blaze. No, we're still dead to that. Never mind. Dang it. Okay. Burn. Hydroblasts. In. Echoing Truth. In. Actually, no. Is a null better? Maybe 1 a null? Probably not, though. Do dazes come out? What comes out here? They're faster than us, so Lava Runners. Probably. Hopefully they can't remove all of our creatures. No, remove Screds. Scred. Get rid of the Screds. Get rid of those Screds. Bring the Lava Runners back in. Get in here, boys. Could have bolted yourself for style. Never. All right. All right. It's the burn matchup. It's the burn matchup. Yeah, they kind of do. I feel like they're worse than, or they're better than Scred, though. Nice. Yeah. Good scries. Island go. I don't think Stormbound Guy is that good here. And I don't think Echo is that good either. Like, I think a Null would be better than Echo. And we have our Hydroblast as insurance now. They're going to Chain Lightning us. Yep. There's more important things to point this Hydroblast at. Unfortunately. Oh my goodness. That, like, Spell Stutter Spite Searing Blaze, like, next level getting wrecked to shreds stuff. Let's go. I like these cards. But in order to keep all of them, I need to shuffle. So I think I actually want Lava Runner here. So I'm going to go like this. I won't shuffle. Play an Evolving Wild. So we're getting an opportunity to resolve something, but hopefully I can Hydroblast it. If it matters, like a Curse or something like that. Kelp Marauders would really suck. Lightning Bolt, sure. Lava Runner. Come off it. Come off it, opponent. Gonna get a mountain for our own Lava Runner, but we're at 14 and they're at 20. Who's the better Lava Runner burn deck? All right, they're getting in for 2. Green Prinny Man. If I'm gonna have to lose to somebody, happy to lose to them. Daze. Yeah, okay. Lets you play a hasty get 2 Lava Runner on turn 1. So Island is the play here. Hydroblast Daze is going to be important next turn. Let's play Lava Runner. I'm going to get in. I'm not going to get in. So they're going to have to go to combat first. That was probably sequenced a little awkwardly. It could have been like Hydroblast Lava Runner and then attacked. Gataxian Probe. Come on. Yeah. Because and Gataxian Probe is justifiable because you're drawing into one of the most powerful Magic cards ever printed. Get to Lava Runner. So they know what we got. Yeah, it's not super bad. I feel like information in the hands of Green Prinny gonna get you. Gonna get you every time. Because they just have like infinitely more experience than I do. So, let's see. Not to talk myself down too badly. I have beaten some storied players in my day, so we'll see if we can do that here. No blocks, opponent. Gotta take 2. I will not gush on my opponent's turn. I refuse. I refuse to gush on my opponent's turn. And I'm not Hydroblasting this because I could have like Thermal Alchemist is very bad. And like this, the way our hand is shaped up prevents them from doing a lot on their turn. Yeah. I don't know, man. You got some pretty good finishes out there. Needle Drop's a real good card. But I think the way our board's shaping up, I don't think we can afford to Hydroblast it. I don't think it's time to Hydroblast Needle Drops. Although I do love to Hydroblast me a... Yeah, we're going to do that. Maybe they know that. So we're going to have to draw pretty well off this gush. Bolt, huh? That helps. So let's gush. Let's see what we draw. They might have Pyroblast here. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's probably a little bit too much information. I'm just gonna pass. That was funny, guys. That was really funny. So let's try to bolt this. We'll see what their follow-ups are for the rest of their turn. That was very unlucky for us. I'm not gonna cycle this Ash Barrens because Brainstorm and stuff. Another Lava Runner. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Because we have Brainstorms and stuff, yeah. Now all he has the against 3 cards in hand, 3 red mana, Curse of the Pierced Heart. I don't feel like we're gonna get there. Like maybe the thinning would have been worth it. I guess I didn't get punished too bad because Lava Runner was on top, but that was abundantly unlucky. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Not to take anything away from my opponent. They've played incredibly well. As I would expect. We're at 4. They can Fire Blast with Daze backup. And GGWP. Green Prinny. Nothing wrong with losing to the best. And I mean that in the least sarcastic way possible. All right. So, they're pretty good. Wow, great hand. Not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mulligan this. Only 1 Ash Barrens. So So yeah, so the paper scene around where I live is it's not huge, but come on, Dak. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. I liked it. So I don't see me winning going down here. Going to 4, there's a chance that we just draw an Ash Barrens or an Evolving Wilds. We're probably going to lose on 4 anyway. I might as well keep this and hope we draw land to start brainstorming. The best land to play before your brainstorm. But we found a land, and we're going to get to at least maybe play a little bit of Magic. Opponent's on blue-black, so this hand's pretty dead. Do not want to be on a mull to 5 against blue-black. So we'll play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. See what they want to play. I will daze an Augur. No, opponent's just going to pass, which isn't bad. If we draw a land here, wouldn't mind hitting a land drop either. So we get an island. Our turn. Mutagenic Growth. That saves Delver from a Disfigure or something, but... And you know what? If they fight over Delver here, we can daze their counterspell, and then... You know, like, I actually don't think it's awful to run out Delver here. Cool. So we'll still get to hit our land drop. Because we pretty much have to brainstorm flip this Delver and still protect it with a Mutagenic Growth to do anything this game. Yeah, it's about as good as you could ask for. I agree. We're going to have to do a lot of work with this Delver against a deck with infinite removal. But it is what it is, squad. Yeah, so let's go ahead and daze that again. A couple Doomblades aside. Yeah, it kind of was, huh? And I'm going to brainstorm Mutagenic Growth to the top here. So we'll play Brainstorm. Yee. I'm going to go Mutagenic Growth. Dispel. So hopefully they only have instant speed removal. Obviously it's kind of awkward that we already hit a bunch of Doomblades and stuff. Yep. So flip Delver, play a land, attack with Insectal Aberration. And we're Brainstorm locked into a Mutagenic Growth next turn, which obviously isn't ideal, but we've already spent 2 Doomblades. Just gotta hope they don't have Edict, which is high hopes. Oh, super castable. We'll dispel that. They know about the dispel, so I can't imagine they don't... Oh, imagine we had another daze here. So they're going to counter that, and we lose our Delver, and likely our chances of winning the game. Granted, we did do a decent enough job running our opponent out of resources. If this is Gurmag Angler, that's pretty much GG's. Radiant Fountain, also pretty good against us. Gurm Daddy? Here come the Gurm Daddy. Ah, no, Chittering Rats. That's also really good here. Put this Lava Runner on top just for the bad beats, you know? So, Chittering Rat's super good against these draws. If this is the Chittering Rats build, then our opponent got a little bit lucky, I think. Because you usually don't draw into that much interaction that early in the game in Rat Loop. Or Rat Flicker, or what have you. Rat Lock. Will they assemble the Rat Lock, though? Imagine Okiba Gang Shinobi. Savagery. Oh, you think it's Pestilence? Could be Pestilence. Wow. Our opponent getting us on the Lava Runner tech here. So let's see what this is. Not more rats. Oh, God. Oh, stop with the rats. Oh, that's what I call Rat Loop. Oh, sick. Okay. Pest Control. Oh, I see what you mean. Not like Pest as in Pestilence. Yeah, that's a good name. I like that. They're a control deck that is also a pest. We're getting just, like, absolutely ravaged by, by Chittering Rats here. So, okay, let's see what happens. Mull to 5s. You can't ask for a lot, but It is what it is. Yep. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Pest control will do, man. Got you. So maybe they just won't show us anything else. Probably going to counter this, and we'll call it a day. Reduke would be proud. Oh, playing it right to the end. Yeah, that's me. Okay, so we're gonna go Delver, Ponder, and pass. Gotta play it to the end. Reduke's my boy. He's not actually though. I'm sorry, Reduke. I'm not. I hope. I'm not trying to like steal your intellectual property or anything. Okay, so our opponent has confirmed they are on Ratlock. Gonna get back Counterspell. I imagine. Yeah. Scherzies. And yeah, we're probably gonna scoop it up here in a second. Our opponent hasn't really seen that much of our deck, so. Oh, brutal. Just savagery, Tass. Some awkward draws this week. I was playing pretty awkwardly for against green. I won 1 game against green. Find another land, but like it doesn't really matter. No, so we lost a match against green. We've only won 1 match, and it was against Mono Black Control. And we had to mull to 5 and kept a no-lander this game, so that's kind of how that went. And then our opponent went Chittering Rats, taste it, basically. Yeah, so there's no way out of this. Brainstorm can't find us 2 red sources that we can commit to actually reasonably take care of the board, and they have a counterspell in hand. So that's it. Pretty much was going to happen. A little rough losing to the self-proclaimed worst noob ever, I guess. But all right, Geists come in, and we do want Pyroblast in this matchup. Despite us being the beatdown, I think Pyroblast is actually pretty good in this matchup because they're trying to do fancy stuff with our Chaomancers. So there's a bunch of fancy blue spells that the lower to the ground blue-black decks don't play. And the deck is so slow, we can actually reasonably slow ourselves down a little bit without hurting ourselves too much. So we just have too much red stuff in here now, but I don't think we can get rid of our Lava Runners. I don't think we run enough creatures to fight through what they're doing. I think Dispels come out for sure for Pyroblasts. And I think we take out a couple of red spells as well. So I think we're going to go down... I actually think we go down Lightning Bolts. Instant Speed Removal is probably not bad against them. Mutagenic Growth is a counterspell against Disfigured. Daze is probably pretty bad. Like, not awful, but probably pretty bad. Pyroblast is just more efficient. I think it's better. I could take out 1 Lightning Bolt, bring a Daze back in. I even may want Dispel at that point, though, to fight through... Yeah, I think I'm going to bring the Dispels back in and go down the Dazes. They're low cost. I don't think so. I really don't. That's like too slow. The low cost counter fights, or their low cost spells, don't really matter that much. I guess it allows them to tap out a little bit more safely, but they don't know that. All right, let's get one of those fast, really convincing blue-red Delver hands. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about tonight. Okay, sweet. We have Delver, Brainstorm, Fetch. So I'm going to keep this. And yeah, I'm going to top Delver. So play land, play Delver, pass turn. I probably did. I put up a little bit of a shady video about the Oubliette bug. So I'm going to aggressively try to flip Delver here. At worst, we'll find another cantrip so we can go like, or we can find a way to protect Delver even. Like a Dispel or something. So upkeep, we will Brainstorm, hopefully find an instant or sorcery in our top 3. Good, and we will go... Yeah, Delver. I want to keep this mountain. Maybe I don't want Lava Runner. I probably do want Lava Runner. So I'm going to go Island. I want to commit Lava Runner this turn, though. And I can't fetch instant speed. At worst, you'll find 3 lands. So the risk here is, so if I go Island and then Ponder, and then play Snow-Covered, play Mountain, play Lava Runner, attack. I think that's the play too. It wouldn't be bad to get rid of some of these lands, but hopefully the cantrips help us a bit. So we'll reveal Ponder, draw for turn, play a Mountain, play Lava Runner, attack for 3. So next turn we can play a Delver, hopefully use our Ponder to turn on our Lava Runner, and oh, I think they meant to play an Aqueduct there. Okay, sure. Daze would have been rad. So hopefully our Ponder can set up our Delver for next turn. No, we can't fetch because we have to. We're gonna try to set up Delver with Ponder. Yep. Yep. See how they scried. This person also placed really well in the challenge, I believe, with Elves. They put 2 cards on top with Preordained, so I gotta imagine our opponent's coming at us with infinite removal. I don't know if there's any way we can kind of like duck and weave. Alright, so let's see if we can't set up a Delver for next turn. We can. Okay. So I want Pyroblast right now. For whatever reason. So yeah, so I guess I go Scred, Pyroblast. And I don't necessarily want the rest of those Screds. Let's get some tap out value here. I definitely want the first one as instant speed removal, so I think I will fetch next turn. Maybe not though. 2 Screds to keep getting them instant speed style. One just passes, okay. Fine with that. Yep. So flip Delver. Okay, they haven't committed a creature at all. And Scred can't kill Angler yet, so I am going to shuffle away the other Scred. Got to imagine there's a removal spell coming here. Echoing Decay. Sure. Get in for 2. Pass the turn. And we have the luxury of waiting to see how their next turn plays out. This Pyroblast might want to wait to hit a Muldrifter or something. Stormbound, that's pretty good against us. We are going to Pyroblast that. Do you have the Hydroblast? Don't. Come on! Alright, I'm gonna get some more blue mana. Because we could like cantrip into our own Geist. Yep. Give him the 2. Don't. Man, Dak, you're the best. So I'm going to begrudgingly not kill this Stormbound Geist for a little while. This has honestly been one of the most awkward drawing nights I've had in a while. Like, it's pretty weird to hit your 5th land drop like in an 18 land deck consistently. But that's okay. That's okay. We're just out here whiling, you know. Let's see what this is. Another Stormbound Geist. Moly boy. Okay. Just evoked though. Opponent hitting land drops, pulling themselves in the late game to get that combo set up. Yerp. Yerp, opponent. Yerp. Bogs us. Turns off Lava Runner. Okay. Okay. So we'll sack Evolving Wilds. Go get another Mountain, because we might have to point 2 removal spells at this someday. And what do we draw? Mutagenic Growth. Okay. I own... Yeah, sorry, I never finished that story. So there's like a little bit of a paper scene going on here. And I have mono black control, mono black control, Scred Delver, and Boggles. And I also have the... I don't know if you guys have played it before. I have the Night Sky Mimic deck. So it's like a It's like Night Sky Mimic and Edge of Divinity. So you can just look those up, I guess. So Night Sky Mimic, Edge of Divinity. Because I know not everybody's super into it. That'd be sweet if I got to play that card for net benefits, or that deck for net benefits. Don't see it super likely to happen, but... So yeah, so I've got that. Yeah, me too. That's crazy. And I've kind of hamstrung it a little bit by going Esper for Esper Stormblade, because I just think it's really cool. Basically. All right, there's 2 Screds, but this is neither the time nor the place to point 2 Screds at a Stormbound guy. So we're just going to attack. We're at 16, they're at 11. I mean, we could be closing in on that time, but 2 damage doesn't matter as much as like Flickering, Archaeomancer, and the rats. So we're going to use that. It is pretty cool. Pretty cool combo. And I have Esper Stormblade in there to back up that strat. So that's the paper I play, but I don't play a lot of paper. Like, I feel like I've fallen into that trap where I'm like the streamer who just, oh my god, opponent, please. I'm that streamer who's fallen into the trap of exclusively playing online. It might be time to Mutagenic Growth in the face of like a Disfigure that we can counter a Spell Stutter Sprite. Oh yeah. Yeah. They could like edict themselves, turn that clock up. So let's see. Let's see if they point something at it. It doesn't look like they even want to take that risk. We're getting to the point where we're going to scred these Stormbound Geist a couple of times if our opponent gives us the opportunity. Yeah, so I've kind of fallen into that trap, right? So that's what I've been doing all the time. But I genuinely enjoy it a lot. So it's not too bad. Geist are going to get in for 4 again. I'm not desperate enough to try to pick one of these off yet, because them ruining that plan is just kind of a disaster. Okay. Our turn. Deck being just a baller here. We gotta try to change the clock, I think. We gotta do something. We really have to not just keep hitting them. So I'm gonna do this. If they point to Disfigure at it in response, I can Spell Stutter. They're just gonna let it go. Happier with us being at 8, apparently. Yep. I'm not even gonna cycle this away yet because Brainstorm. Opponent hitting their land drops admirably. Yep. Geisties get in. Down to 4. So now it's time for action. So now we have to try to kill one of these. Awkwardly enough. And of course our opponent will oblige us and allow us to do that. We'll try one more time. If they have counter magic for this, then we're in a lot of trouble. Try to Spell Stutter Sprite, and if they have removal for the Spell Stutter Sprite, then we just lose. GG's UBs. We love to play first. Yikes. I can't do it. The sand doesn't do anything. The sand doesn't do a lot more, but it does something. So I'm going to keep this. And we'll probably end up doing opponent's avatar. For one, you can buy... I'm going to keep this on top because I think Ponder is going to help us draw into action as the game goes on. Vane Gretzky. I think you can buy avatars on places like Card Hoarder and stuff like that, but maybe some of them are like too rare to get. That's how I got mine. I didn't do it in any kind of honorable way. I just got it off of Card Hoarder. So we're gonna Brainstorm here and then fetch a blue source so that we can leave up Daze next turn. We'll fetch on our upkeep. Actually, no, we have Ponder on top. So I'm just gonna fetch a blue source. We'll leave up our counterspell because we have Ponder, so it's not a huge risk to Brainstorm and then Ponder. Whoa, are you guys like... That's crazy. Guys, real connections being made. Yes, that's what it's all about. Wicked. Well, welcome, guys. I'm not too far away. I've been thinking you guys might be able to convince me to go to to go to GP Montreal. So we will counter Sacred Cat. The reason I didn't hardcast it is because I'm going to brainstorm here. And they might have given me a reason to counter something else. So I am going to brainstorm here. It'd be real awkward if we have to use this other days. All right, so we want to stack this for this Delver. So we're going to go brainstorm, ponder. Paper Magic is really sick too, by the way. So yeah, so I really enjoyed all the times I have played Paper Pauper for sure. I would highly recommend it. It's kind of hard for me, but you're going to GP Prague? Oh man, no doubt. That sounds sick. Yeah, I really can't wait. Man, Proteus, you too? Guys, let's go to Montreal. That'd be so sick. Dang it. Well, we can't do anything about that one drop, but if they have another one drop, we can. And yeah, definitely don't want that happening. So counter this, return this, you know, that whole shebang. And our deck does have removal spells, so we may eventually find one. Is that it? You guys are all hanging out because we got that Canadian charm, you know? We fit together. All right, so drawing a brainstorm. We don't know what's under brainstorm. Pondering for a removal spell could be interesting here. I think I'm going to brainstorm and then ponder. There's a removal spell. Okay. I actually wouldn't mind. Should I play out Delver here? Stack it like Delver. No, I can't. Okay. So I think I want to go Delver, counterspell. So we'll draw Delver next turn. We'll be able to cast it, and then we're going to leave up counter magic for our opponent's next creature. There's no probably real... No, I'm going to do it now. I feel like they're a little light on threats, so I think this is relevant. So I'm going to do this now. Go to combat, swing with Delver. Now we just got to try to race them. I guess that's where I got to go. I think you guys have kind of put me up against it here. All right, opponent, do you have all the threats? It's unlike Mono White Heroic to have all the threats. Sometimes they do. Yeah, it's not too bad. Our answers can still answer that. So we'll draw for turn, draw Delver, or draw Counterspell. Whoops. All right, so now we'll ponder into Delver. And there's a Scred. So let's go ponder, Scred, draw Delver. No shuffle. So play Delver, attack for 3, and we're just hoping this Scred can do the trick against Sacred Cat after they try to boggle it up. So let's see what happens. See if they've got the boggle hand now. Land is a good news for me. Unless I have a 3-drop, then it's not good news for me. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I can kill it right away, which is nice, so... Hyena Umbra. Opponent. Could you not? Could you not? I guess they have Bodyguard for it as well, which is like real awkward. They're going to attack with Sacred Cat. We can't trade that with Delver. So that was probably hold on to Delver, hold up counter magic that turn. Almost definitely. That would have turned out a lot better for us. All right, so our end step. I mean, we can still, like, no, we can't even attack into it. Yeah, so we'll reveal Scred. So we can go to combat, attack with the Delvers, remove Hyena Umbra. It won't have first strike. They'll have to sacrifice Benevolent Bodyguard to give it... They can give it pro red. So let's just attack with the Delvers and see how they play it. Yeah. Okay. So if I Scred it here, they give it pro red, and then Delver dies. So it's actually pretty raw. And they get to keep their Hyena Umbra? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Worst way to force through damage ever, I think. Okay, so we'll scred it now anyway. And Benevolent Bodyguard will be sacrificed to give it pro red. We'll lose a Delver. And hopefully our opponent won't have any more ways to protect it. Get him for 3, put him to 12, pass the turn. And we can counter whatever they try to play here. And hopefully keep them off too an aggressive of an attack, and then win with our Delver. We'll counter literally anything here. Gonna go to attacks just with the Sacred Cat. Okay. I think they're holding up protection for removal, which is wise. We're gonna draw Ponder. So let's Ponder. Scred, all these are pretty fine. So I'm gonna go Island, Ash Barrens, and Scred. Not shuffle. We're just gonna have to pass here, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So we'll see what the play is. Can't leave up counter magic, which is really unfortunate. Squire, okay. And hopefully they haven't got another pump spell in hand. I think Island's fine, but we're going to draw Ash Barrens next turn. We can shuffle away the other land, play another island, leave up counterspell. I basically wanted to be able to scred this on their end step to force some kind of action so that we can potentially attack through with Delver. So I imagine we're going to see a protection spell here. Yikes. Pretty good. Yeah, that's probably it. Because even if I waited and played, I guess I could have left up counter magic. Maybe I should have done that. But I think we're pretty much dead here. We're going to shuffle away an island, play an island. Our opponent doesn't have great attacks, and we've got a lot of counter magic. So we can still win the race as it stands, but a Crow and Skyguard isn't going anywhere. I was hoping they didn't have protection from red in hand. Basically. Yep. We'll take 4. Yeah, man. Get it in there. See what this is. Nothing. Okay. Draw Lava Runner for turn isn't too bad. So we'll play out Lava Runner. We'll go to combat. I think they're going to play a pump spell for this Skyguard. And we'll be able to counter it. But they'll still get to eat our Delver. And they'll get to cast a spell next turn. Yeah. This way it at least won't survive in blocks. They might not actually even block with it now, but we are attacking for 5. No, they're going to block. Okay. Sure. So they take 2, down to 9. They got a 4/4 that stands to be quite large, and we have a counterspell we can't cast. Yeah, let's check it out. Check it out. It's kind of making me a little bit butthurt here that Microsoft Edge wants you to use Microsoft Edge for literally everything. And they're going to get in. Oh, yeah, sweet. Sigil of Sleep deck. Go for it. Oh, yeah. The off-guard catching is real. Opponent's just going to pass. Okay. See what we draw. Because my deck loves me. Shuffle a land to the bottom, draw a land, attack with Lava Runner. Thanks, deck. So, but the way I probably played that suboptimally. What I was supposed to do was go get my island, just like patiently play it, and scred with counter magic up for their protection spell. So that's probably why I lost there. Or that's probably why I will lose here. Because their clock's a lot faster than ours, despite us having counter magic. Yeah, like we're just dead next turn. All right. Counterspell. Cool. Okay, so a null probably good enough because they have, like, some versions of this deck don't have Shimano's Blessing, but this one does. I don't know about Sandstorm. They only have the one flyer, but I think that one flyer matters a lot more. Glad what's currently out. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. So we're gonna try to sneak in some annuls against some like less efficient counter magic. Daze was really good there. I think Daze will continue being good. I think they're the aggressive deck, so I think I'm gonna take out a couple of brainstorms. So our fetches feel a little bit worse. I don't know, like this is probably a Wrath matchup. I think Sandstorms might be justifiable over the other. Oh yeah, good point. True though. Lava Runner's gonna get stonewalled really quick. And all the sweepers? Gotcha. I'm cool with that. So we'll take out our Lava Runners for sweepers and try to kill them with and try to kill them with Delvers, flip Delvers. We'll take out another Brainstorm because we're no longer the aggro deck. Might be an argument for Stormbound Geist as well. Thanks for the 50 bits, Matt. I'm really hot. I appreciate it. Get me through it. All right, so Stormbound Geist probably going to be a contentious one. I don't mind it, but they can't block ground creatures, so it's probably not good enough. You think bring in the Geist? The only thing we're blocking in this matchup, and the only thing it can block is... Oh, that's true too. Yeah, this deck doesn't have ninjas or augurs to win with. So you think bring these in over like another brainstorm and maybe... Oh, dispels probably aren't super good either. So we'll take out one dispel and one something or other. To bring in some more sideboard tech. This isn't too bad. We got turn 1 lightning bolt if they play a dork. We can go get something for days. I guess, yeah, we can't leave up turn 1 days, which is a little unfortunate, but we can fetch if they don't do anything on turn 1, so... Buy me air conditioning, please. Please, should I set up a goal for AC? Do you know what's cool is, like, I looked it up, and that was also a pun, by the way, pun intended. A lot of streamers and, like, content creators use ice packs. They say, like, AC just doesn't do it. That was the worst possible case scenario. Gang. So they got the Trailblazer. We didn't have turn 1 island to daze it, and we're in trouble. It kind of does, eh? It's weird. Like, we have very few threats. Yeah, it feels really awkward having this many. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. 2 bolts, huh? So we're going to preordain. Neither of these are really doing anything. I think we need another island. Too bad to keep either of these. So I'm going to bottom both of these. Draw Delver. Okay. Just to like cool yourself down. Also diaper up. Guys, if it ever gets to the point where I become so committed and dedicated to streaming that I feel it appropriate to quote unquote diaper up, just like send me home. This is probably one of those like unfortunate things too, where this deck is pretty tuned for a challenge metagame, and we're playing, or this deck is better in a league metagame, and we're playing a challenge deck. Could be it. I don't know. We drew pretty bad a few games, gang. Can't bolt it to death. Just gonna pass. I'm gonna have to get him with the 2 bolt special at some point. I think we lose by not playing Delver here. I don't know that. Yeah, no, I should leave up. I'm gonna leave up Spellstutter Daze. That's true. That's true. You got to be ready for it. So bad draws tonight. It's seldom that we get the. We have such a bad record with like net benefits decks, but it happens for sure. And Squire. All right, so let's daze that. I don't feel like they might cast a 1-drop that I care about. We don't even have our land drop for turn, so I'm gonna daze that. I know I could hard cast it, and there's that joke that I hate hard casting dazes, but they might like go land Cartouche, and I'd really like to spell stutter it if that's gonna be the case. They will not. Think of branding opportunity. Diaperman 5-0's top deck. We won't let a fellow Canadian fall that far. Thank you very much. We need it. Our patriotism could use it. Everybody's going to be all, you know, bleary-eyed, fist deep in a bag of Doritos pretty shortly here. So we're going to need the street cred. I mean, it's not like I've never been. But that's what's going to happen. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully we can counter our Cartouche of Solidarity. Got him! But maybe not. Stutter. The Cartouche. Someday this Scred will be all grown up and we'll flood out and we'll be able to kill this Lagana Band Trailblazer with it. Someday. And this is where a ninja would be really welcome. Like, we don't have a whole lot going on. There's like some really awkward things happening. First strike is really brutal too. Like a 3/7 first strike should probably not be underrated. All bleary-eyed, fist deep in a bag of Doritos. It's not a terrible place to be. You know when it's bad is the next day when you have a Doritos hangover. You ever have one of those? When you just like ate a family size bag of Doritos from Costco and you wake up the next day and you can't feel your mouth. Okay, everybody, get into the chat. Let's get this Doritos sponsorship going. What's your favorite flavor of Doritos? It can also be your favorite flavor of chips or Fritos or whatever, corn chips, whatever. Hit me with it. Somebody hit me with something fancy. You guys always surprise me with that stuff. Okay, we're gonna play Delver. And pass the turn. Doritos mystery meat. White cheddar cheese? What? What even is that? Ranch or Cool Ranch? I don't hate Cool Ranch. Shouts out to the Doritos emotes, gang. Oh yeah, me too. So I have this really fond memory of playing the Spider-Man PS2 game and eating a bag of Doritos. I don't know why I should have attacked. I think we're dead. Pringles Nip Nip style, sour cream and onion? No doubt. Yeah, I guess. I guess. So we'll see what happens here. I've never had the Nip Nip style sour cream and onion. No, I haven't. I've never nip nipped before. Oh yeah. Yeah, the mystery pack. Oh man. Okay, shouts out to Cheat. Can we just take a minute? Can we just take a minute, opponent, to like quietly appreciate, yeah, whatever. Can we just take a moment to quietly appreciate Cheeseburger Doritos gone forever? Oh guys, I'm really glad we came here together today. Cheeseburger Doritos were delectable. I'm not going to use this lightning bolt. I might have to use a lightning bolt in this card to kill this. Yeah, can we just like get together for a moment and appreciate Cheeseburger Doritos? Task's going to give us that nip nip knowledge right now. I don't really know if I want to mutagenic growth this. I feel like I'm too close to dead. Yeah, they might just win with Emerge Unscathed. All right, let it go. She gone. So I will bolt this Deathblade Elite because if they don't have, I don't know, like if they have some crazy other draw. So Snow-Covered Island does it here. Or Snow-Covered... Dang it. I don't really have one, honestly. Flipping a Snow-Covered Mountain there, pretty much. That was it. Mostly. Because Snow-Covered Mountain, no, it still wouldn't have gotten us there. Hitting enough land drops at Scred does it. But it has first strike and all that jazz. Maybe if we can get rid of its first strike or something with a bounce spell. If we mutagenic growth Delver, it goes up to 5/4. At which point we can then bolt the Centaur, but I feel like they're gonna give it protection. I think so, but not this turn. Yeah. So I actually think I'm gonna attack here and hope they can't kill me. Yeah. They might just be able to kill us here too. Wouldn't be the first time I got by a double cleave. All right, pass turn. Hope and wish and praying. Awkward drawing again this game. I'll note that we hit our 5th land drop a few times this league, and managed to. Yep. Yeah. Now we're in deep trouble. Because it's pretty much over now. It's 8 power, so we can go 5. No, I guess it's not all the way over. They can't have any spells that target it, but they might just win. Whatever though. It's magic, guys. It's magic. You get variance. It's part of how you live. Chamanos. Kind of like Pizzanos, but I hate the sauce even more. Shouts out to Pizzanos. If I get sponsored by any of these food brands, then I made it, I think. Why else would I do this other than a lifetime supply of Doritos? Really? You know what I'm saying? So this is now forever unblockable. It has 9 toughness. What should you have for dinner? Go out and get some like cheap waffles from the grocery store and get some chicken fingers. Cook up the chicken fingers. Put them on the waffles, butter the waffles, a little bit of syrup, a little bit of chives, a little bit of hot sauce. Put your chicken fingers on there. Boom, chicken and waffles at home. It's not as good as the fancy stuff, but anyway, we're dead here. There's pretty much nothing we can do. This is now unblockable. And yeah, Lava Runner would have been the top deck. That time it wasn't, and this league was a little bumpy. A little bit of a bumpy one tonight.